Hey Manhwa fans! Welcome to Manhwa Recap Hub, your one-stop shop for all things manhwa. We're breaking down the latest chapters, delving into thrilling storylines, and uncovering the best of the manhwa world. If you love manhwa or just curious about it, hit subscribe, join our community, and let's dive into the recap together. Ready for a manhwa adventure? Let's roll! 3 years ago, Earth underwent a cataclysm that changed the very fabric of its existence. The animals and plants in the world started to undergo wild and inexplicable transformations. The entire human civilization suffered immensely, with countless casualties. In the face of this crisis, humans awakened the ability to control monsters, using them as a means to protect the world and uphold world peace. Our protagonist Galpeng is a normal high school student who lost his parents during the cataclysm. However, fate has granted him a powerful and mysterious beauty to protect him. Additionally, he has awakened a mysterious system that allows him to control and raise monsters, making him a formidable force. Yet, the cataclysm also resulted in the mysterious disappearance of his grandfather. Amidst the deadly dangers, Galpeng realizes that his only path is to become powerful and the strongest monster trainer. His goal is not only to succeed in evolving an epic-grade familiar, but also to discover that epic-grade monster evolution is just the beginning. As Galpeng, 18 years old and a student at Chang and 3rd Senior High School, walks home, he contemplates the strange interfaces he often sees, wondering if it's just stress-induced hallucinations. Little does he know that these interfaces will soon play a crucial role in his journey. Suddenly, a virtual screen informs him about a monster, a gray disc spider. Despite his knowledge that these spiders are gentle, it attacks him. Galpeng, quick on his feet, avoids the assault. In a tense encounter, he uses his knowledge of the spider's weakness to flame and successfully repels the creature. Upon reaching home, Galpeng is greeted by his loyal companion, Big Purple. He discovers that his monster, Daisies, has upgraded from normal to elite quality. Excited about the potential, Galpeng vows to make her a perfect quality monster. Galpeng's credits, the common currency in the New World, become crucial for upgrading Daisies. With limited funds, he faces a dilemma. His decision to take the monster trainer exam is born out of both necessity and ambition. The next day, Galpeng prepares for the exam, leaving Daisies in the care of his neighbor Tang Tang. Unexpectedly, Tang Tang disapproves of Daisies, considering her ordinary and not cute. Meanwhile, Galpeng's decision to pursue the monster trainer path sparks intrigue and concern among others, including a powerful chairman who envisions a grand plan. The day of the monster trainer exam arrives, and Galpeng finds himself in the company of others, including Lai Zigong and his sister Lai Hongdo. Amidst mocking remarks from Wang Shu, Galpeng stands firm, ready to prove his worth. As the door of the building opens, the atmosphere becomes charged with anticipation, setting the stage for Galpeng's journey into the world of monster training. Feng Zhu, the chief examiner of the Chang'an Monster Trainers Division, stood before the gathered examinees, a mix of anticipation and anxiety evident in the air. He announced the commencement of the Monster Trainers exam and emphasized the importance of order. As everyone filed into the building, Feng Zhu extended a welcoming gesture, his expression a blend of authority and curiosity. Inside, Feng Zhu detailed the two-tiered examination process, the literary test and the martial arts test. The tension heightened as he presented the first challenge, a written test. A video of a dolphin swiftly swimming and breaching the water played, leaving the examiners bewildered. Fang Zhu, one of the examiners, sternly warned against any disturbance, adding an element of fear to the silent room. Galpeng, amidst the focused hush, found solace in his understanding of the storm dolphin. The exam continued with videos featuring a mighty gorilla in the forest and a scythe mantis jumping between trees. Galpeng's knowledge flowed onto paper, his confidence growing as he successfully deciphered each monster's traits. The time elapsed swiftly, leaving examiners grappling with the unexpected challenge. Fang Zhu collected the papers and Galpeng, his answers safely submitted, felt a surge of satisfaction. As the results were later announced, a sense of accomplishment enveloped him, knowing he had aced the literary test. The next phase unfolded under the watchful eye of Feng Zhu, who held the martial arts examination in high regard. The room buzzed with nervous energy as examiners awaited their monster assignments. Feng Zhu introduced the concept, improving the quality of the assigned monster within a week. Galpang, his mind racing, approached the red box to draw his room card. The randomness of the selection process fueled a mix of excitement and apprehension among the examinees. As Galpang drew his card, he couldn't shake the uncertainty of the monster he would encounter, echoing the sentiments of others who had deemed the monster trainer's certificate among the most challenging to obtain. Amidst the tension, a confident Wang Shu took notice of Galpang, a hint of mockery in his gaze. Galpang's thoughts swirled with hope and trepidation, aware that his fate hung in the balance. With room cards in hand, Feng Zhu directed the candidates to find their assigned rooms. The martial arts examination loomed, promising challenges and uncertainties. Galpang, drawing room 10, couldn't escape the weight of anticipation as he wondered about the monster awaiting him. The journey to the second exam venue unfolded with a blend of nerves and determination. Feng Zhu welcomed the examinees and outlined the simplicity of the martial arts test improve the monster's quality. Galpang, among the worried faces, grappled with the knowledge that failure meant paying the market price for consumed materials. The atmosphere shifted as Yayan, the person in charge of room 10, opened the door. Galpang's nerves peaked as he faced the unexpected sight of a caged ape, its negative lesions and pre-abolished state apparent. Jian explained the challenges, hinting at the seemingly insurmountable odds. Galpang, however, chose to face the adversity head-on. He thanked Jian for the information but decided to continue with the examination. As the door closed behind him, Galpang confronted the caged ape with a mixture of determination and empathy. The process of transforming the Red River ape unfolded, marked by unconventional methods and a willingness to defy expectations. Galpang's measured confidence contrasted with the chaos outside his room. The smoke triggered the fire alarm, setting off a series of events that drew security officers to the scene. Wang Shu, on the periphery, started feeling the repercussions of his schemes, a subtle unease settling in. Feng Zhu arrived, seeking clarity amidst the confusion. Jian, caught between the chaos and Galpang's unorthodox approach, tried to explain the situation. Inside the room, Galpang reassured the ape, his actions guided by a mix of compassion and determination. As the transformation progressed, the room filled with a symbolic smoke, a metaphor for the unconventional methods challenging the established norms. Feng Zhu, witnessing the aftermath, acknowledged the success of Galpang's approach. Commending him for his innovative methods, Feng Zhu's expression softened, blending approval with a touch of surprise. Galpang stood before the transformed Red River ape, a mix of satisfaction and relief evident in his eyes. The turbulent journey through the literary and martial arts tests had tested not only his knowledge but also his resilience. As the examination continued, Galpang's emotions remained a complex tapestry, a blend of triumph, determination, and a hint of defiance against the norms of monster training. The journey had been arduous, but Galpang's unyielding spirit shone through. The room, once filled with chaos, now held a transformed monster and a triumphant monster trainer, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. About the incredible turn of events that led him to this moment. The emotions inside him were a whirlwind of satisfaction, disbelief, and a tinge of nervous excitement. As the bus journey continued, Galpang couldn't help but reflect on the roller coaster of challenges and revelations during the monster trainer exam. The unexpected evolution of the Red River ape into the battle-bone dead ape had not only surprised the examiners, but had also opened new doors for Galpang. Jian's earlier warnings about the Red River ape's bleak chances and the association's standard procedures felt like distant echoes. The once neglected creature, now named Dummy, stood beside him, an elite-level monster that defied conventions. Galpang marveled at the bond they had forged during the transformation process. The commotion and chaos that erupted in the examination room were still fresh in his mind. The skepticism of his peers, the intrigue of the examiners, and the unexpected support from Feng Zhu, they all contributed to the mix of emotions swirling within him. As they arrived at their destination, Gao Peng stepped off the bus, Dummy faithfully at his side. The identity token in his hand symbolized not just an intermediate monster trainer certificate, but also an invitation to represent Chang'an City in the World Monster Trainers competition. Feng Zhu's offer had caught him off guard, and the weight of such responsibility dawned on him. Feng Zhu's office awaited, promising a cup of tea and a conversation that could shape Gao Peng's future. The proposition to represent the city in a global competition was both an honor and a challenge. The potential rewards, both in terms of prizes and recognition, fueled a sense of ambition within him. As Gao Peng entered Feng Zhu's office, he found himself amidst an atmosphere of professionalism and expectation. Feng Zhu's gaze held a mix of encouragement and anticipation. The chair offered to Gao Peng signaled not just a casual conversation, but a significant discussion about his future in the world of monster training. The offer to represent Chang'an City in the World Monster Trainers competition was an opportunity that carried both prestige and pressure. Gao Peng's decision would not only impact his own path, but also reflect on the city's reputation in the competitive arena. The weight of such a decision stirred a blend of determination and nerves within him. Feng Zhu, aware of the significance of the moment, extended the invitation formally. The prospect of being recognized on a global scale and competing against top talents from around the world beckoned. Gao Peng's acceptance would mark the beginning of a new chapter in his journey as a monster trainer. As the conversation unfolded, Gao Peng's emotions remained a mix of gratitude for the unexpected success, excitement for the possibilities ahead, and a sense of responsibility to make the most of this unique opportunity. The world of monster training awaited him, and the decisions he made in that office would reverberate through his future endeavors. The journey from an aspiring trainer to a representative of Chang'an City brought forth a wave of emotions that Gao Peng embraced, ready to face the challenges and adventures that lay ahead. In a bustling bus, Gao Peng, Dummy, and Gaoping embark on a peculiar journey to a competition. The atmosphere, however, is tense, with whispers circulating about Dummy's unconventional appearance. A daring passenger attempts to touch Dummy, triggering a surprising counterattack. Unbeknownst to Gaoping, the monsters menacingly target the passenger, aiming to pierce their eye. Gaoping, seemingly oblivious, calls out to Dummy. Damien intervenes, grabbing the passenger, as Gaoping, in his distinct pink style, asserts the need to support Dummy and Dazai in the upcoming competition. Jokingly, Gaoping claims to be handsome and ingenious, suggesting heaven would be envious. Passengers speculate that Gaoping has yet to sign a contract with a monster, contemplating his potential to tame even the fiercest creatures. As Gaoping and Dummy disembark, Dummy, in combat form, detects something amiss, pushing Gaoping aside and blocking their path. Gaoping, confused, questions Dummy, only to realize he had been protected. Gaoping introduces Dazai to Dummy, but their interaction is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Tang Tang. She and Dazai are there to pick up Gaoping, revealing that Dazai is healthy thanks to Tang Tang's care. However, Gaoping notices Dazai's overnourished state, raising concerns. Tang Tang shifts the conversation to Gaoping's recent exam, where he reveals overcoming challenges and earning an intermediate monster trainer certificate. Tang Tang praises his growth but surprises him by pointing out the significance of monster trainers and their monstrous companions. Tang Tang enlightens Gaoping about the Imperial Monster's secret technique, emphasizing the damage transferability and the unique bond between trainers and monsters. Gaoping realizes the gravity of his connection with Dummy and Dazai. 2 days later, in Chang'an City Center, Tang Tang informs Gaoping about her struggles with a monster training institution. The once thriving business declined after her partners absconded with the money, leaving her in a precarious situation. Gaoping, showing concern, contemplates the challenges Tang Tang faces. As they discuss business in front of an elevator, Tang Tang reveals her offer to Gaoping partnership in her monster training institution. Despite the tempting salary and shares, Gaoping questions why she can't recruit trainers from the market when the pay is high. The uncertainty lingers as they await the elevator's ascent to the 3rd floor. Tang Tang calmly responds that the absence of monster trainers is a minor issue, but smashing the sign is not an option. Galping, initially skeptical of Tang Tang's proposal, reflects on the past 3 years and the care he received, putting aside his suspicions and choosing to trust her. Tang Tang expresses her wishes for a successful collaboration, but an underlying tension lingers as she senses Galping's scrutiny. Upon reaching the 3rd floor, they are greeted by Zhang Quanquin, the receptionist. Tang Tang introduces Galping and departs, leaving him with Quanquin. Galping, however, detects flaws in the unfolding events. Quanquin, confused and considering Tang Tang's past experiences, enters Galping's information with a sense of skepticism. As Galping contemplates plans to earn money for Tang Tang, he decides to set a unique charging standard that guarantees success for his clients. Quanquin interrupts his thoughts, expressing concern about his unconventional approach. Galping, undeterred, remains determined to implement his strategy. In the registration room, Quanquin questions Galping's intention to set fees 3 times higher than the maximum for an intermediate monster trainer. The discussion is interrupted by a newcomer, Mr. Bonchama, who challenges Galping to prove his abilities by curing his monster. Galping accepts, suggesting a triple bonus, and Mr. Palma offers 10 times the amount if successful. Meanwhile, in the classroom, chaos ensues as Miss Muron announces sudden changes. She calls for Galping and informs him that the principal praised him for obtaining the intermediate monster trainer certificate. The students of the 7th high school are expected, and the school wants Galping to represent them. Galping, uninterested in formalities, expresses his desire to apply for the special student position at the Imperial Ambassador. Miss Muron questions his sudden interest, considering Galping's excellent grades and the advantages of the monster trainer certificate. She suggests pursuing top academies in China and abroad. Gazing at the man preparing a monster outside, Miss Muron hints at using cultural achievements to enter the military academy and pursue related majors if Galping truly aspires to become an imperial ambassador. Miss Smyron advises Galping not to rush into decisions. Appreciating her consideration, Galping acknowledges the wisdom in entering the military academy before pursuing the position of an imperial ambassador. Despite the safer route, Galping expresses impatience, yearning for rapid growth through actual combat training. He reassures Miss Smyron that he won't abandon either opportunity. In the afternoon, a group of students prepares to meet their opponents. A classmate named Tan Kainjin calls out to Galping, inquiring if he also signed up to be an Imperial Ambassador student. Kainjin shares his childhood dream of becoming the strongest ambassador due to his fascination with monsters in films. Galping, indifferent, urges Kainjin to keep up as they head to the field. In the school court, students awaiting the military academy evaluation witness a stern colonel. Kainjin dismisses the instructor's apparent lack of uniqueness, but the colonel's intense aura captivates the crowd. The colonel emphasizes the mental fortitude required to become an imperial ambassador and warns of the challenges they'll face. To demonstrate the power of trained beasts, the colonel orders a monster to destroy a thick armor plate effortlessly. Students, shocked and afraid, reconsider their choices. The colonel offers a last chance to quit, leading to several students contemplating leaving. The colonel encourages those who choose to return to class, emphasizing that they are not deserters. After school, exhausted Galping returns home to find Dazai hungry and Dummy sulking. As he contemplates the serious situation revealed by Colonel Chen, Dazai informs him that Dummy ate all the cedar pine needles. Galping, frustrated, confronts Dummy, who is visibly guilty. Checking Dummy's property box, Galping finds progress in his evolution and orders more cedar pine needles and lightning flower fruit. Galping reflects on the significance of providing Dummy with the necessary substances for evolution, considering the benefits of increased absorption and the potential for faster progress in their journey. As Dummy ascends to a higher rank, Galping becomes acutely aware of the increased rarity and value of the materials required for his evolution. Some materials are deemed priceless and can only be obtained through significant financial investments. Considering Dazai's progression, Galping estimates that she needs 200 pounds of lightning flower fruit to advance to perfect quality, a more affordable option compared to cedar pine needles. Reflecting on the challenges of raising a monster family, Galping decides to visit the monster park. To his surprise, chaos reigns among owners and monsters. Galping notices an exaggerated pig causing commotion and approaches the girl owning the creature. He politely requests space, mentioning that her beast is blocking the gate. The embarrassed girl recalls that her monster was not initially as large when she bought it. The coach intervenes, introducing her wolf named Silver and emphasizing the importance of understanding a beast's habits and preferences for building a strong relationship. The coach illustrates her methods with Silver, showcasing the wolf's obedience and diversified attacks. Galping learns that the colonel's beast, despite smashing an armor plate with its tail, emphasizes a tailored training approach for each beast. Old Lai, another participant, demonstrates his wolf's skills, surprising Galping and Dazai. The coach categorizes beasts into 5 types: attack, defense, support, healing, and field control. The importance of a beast's versatility is highlighted, and the coach assures the participants about the availability of training materials. As training begins, Galping contemplates strengthening Dazai's defense. He recalls a mutant ape monster called the Fierce, known for its warlike nature and low defense. The Fierce ape's unique training method involves repeatedly hitting trees, rocks, and mountains, resulting in toughened skin resembling armor. Galping decides to adopt this approach to enhance Dazai's defense. In the box of training materials, Galping spots an item that sparks his inspiration. Observing Dazai relaxing under a tree, he approaches her, revealing his chosen training method. Galping emphasizes the importance of enduring some pain now for a better quality of life for Dazai in the long run. With determination, he begins the next phase of Dazai's training. A charm for defense, and the contestants have to attack the charm while protecting their own. The last one standing becomes the Flower King. Galping, baffled by the unusual nature of the competition, questions Mr. Desma's decision to participate as a man. Mr. Manhwa defends his choice, expressing his admiration for the 4 seasons Begonia Demon's beauty and scent. He believes these qualities will make it stand out in the competition. Galping, still skeptical, warns Mr. Manhwa about the risks involved, especially considering the flower demon's weakness to fire and lightning. As they discuss the flower demon's potential evolution, Galping stresses the importance of considering the creature's abilities and strengths rather than just its appearance. Mr. Manhwa, however, remains fixated on the beauty aspect. Galping reluctantly agrees to help Mr. Manhwa with the evolution, but emphasizes the challenges they may face. Meanwhile, back at the monster park, Galping learns about Mr. Liu's visit and appointment with Mr. Manhwa. He wonders about the rich and capricious nature of the Blue Shield Company's owner. Galping contemplates the implications of the contract he signed, realizing that it may not be as binding as he initially thought. As events unfold, Galping finds himself entangled in various endeavors, from training Dazai to assisting Mr. Manhwa with the Flower King competition and entering into a consulting agreement with Blue Shield. The unpredictable nature of his monster training journey continues to present both challenges and opportunities. In evaluating the devil mantises, as they enter the room, Galping sees a variety of devil mantises from different levels and attributes. Mr. Liu emphasizes the urgency of the mission and the need for experienced monster trainers like Galping to assess and potentially advance the devil mantises. Galping agrees to help and begins inspecting the beasts, considering their strengths, weaknesses, and potential for evolution. While evaluating the devil mantises, Galping notices variations in their attributes, levels, and combat abilities. Some devil mantises show promise, while others may need more training. Galping communicates his observations to Mr. Liu and expresses the importance of selecting the right beasts for the mission. As they continue the assessment, Galping realizes the gravity of the situation. The increased attacks by brutal gray spiders pose a significant threat to resource sites and require a strategic response. Galping collaborates with Mr. Liu to make informed decisions about which devil mantises should undergo advanced training for the upcoming mission. The room is filled with the sounds of monster evaluations and discussions between Galping and Mr. Liu. The fate of the mission and the safety of those involved hinge on the selection and preparation of the devil mantises. The challenge ahead is daunting, but Galping is determined to contribute his expertise to the effort against the brutal gray spiders. The Lord of the Black Ember Forest appears, and its imposing presence sends waves of shock through everyone present. The colossal gorilla, a lord-level monster, emanates a powerful aura, making it clear that they are facing a formidable adversary. Captain Mu and Mr. Liu, despite their previous banter, now share a moment of shared concern. The unexpected appearance of a lord-level monster changes the dynamics of the mission. The ground trembles as the enormous gorilla takes deliberate steps, signaling its dominance over the area. Mr. Liu quickly assesses the situation and instructs his team to be on high alert. The lord-level monster poses a significant threat, and the teams need to reevaluate their strategies. The military, leaders, and managers now face the challenge of confronting this formidable opponent while continuing their mission against the brutal gray spiders. The atmosphere becomes tense as everyone prepares for a potential confrontation with a lord-level monster. The ground-shaking steps echo through the Black Ember Forest, creating an air of uncertainty and anticipation. The success of the mission now hinges on the collective efforts of the teams and their ability to navigate this unexpected obstacle in their path. The situation becomes increasingly dire as the mother spider undergoes an unexpected evolution into a lord-rank monster. The teams, including Captain Mu's and Mr. Liu's, are caught off guard by the sudden change in the mother spider's strength. In the midst of the chaos, Mr. Liu, exhausted and frustrated, confronts the government's representative, questioning the accuracy of the information provided to them. He expresses his anger at being misled and accuses the government of sending them into a dangerous situation without proper knowledge of the threat. Captain Mu intervenes, urging Mr. Liu to calm down and advising him to gather more information before reacting impulsively. The team leaders and managers face the grim reality that their best beasts were lost in the initial encounter with the mother spider. The government researcher is left speechless as the leaders demand an explanation for the misinformation. The captain, angered by the oversight, presses the researcher to clarify why the true nature of the mother spider's threat was not accurately conveyed. The atmosphere is tense, and the teams now find themselves in a precarious situation, surrounded by evolving lord-rank monsters. The initial mission to eliminate the brutal gray spiders takes an unexpected turn, and the leaders must quickly devise a new strategy to survive and fulfill their mission. Pig's buddy through Dazai's bite. The steel pig starts to convulse and show signs of weakness due to the potent poison. Gao Peng, confident in his strategic advantage, orders Dazai to continue the attack. As the steel pig weakens, Dazai maneuvers around it skillfully, avoiding further attacks. The other students watch in surprise as Gao Peng's Dazai, seemingly at a disadvantage, turns the tables with a well-executed plan. Renbi, the instructor, observes the battle with a keen eye, analyzing Gao Peng's tactics. He nods in approval, recognizing the effectiveness of the poisoning strategy. The steel pig, now severely affected by the poison, struggles to maintain its strength. Dazai, with a calculated move, delivers a final blow to the weakened steel pig. The creature collapses, defeated by the combination of physical attacks and potent toxins. Gao Peng and Dazai emerge victorious, proving the effectiveness of their teamwork and strategic thinking. Renbi acknowledges Gao Peng's success and tells the students that this is an example of how planning and understanding one's monster can lead to victory. He commends Gao Peng for demonstrating a thoughtful approach to combat. The other students, initially skeptical, now see Gao Peng and Dazai in a new light. The coach emphasizes the importance of learning from these practical experiences, preparing the students for the challenges that lie ahead in their monster training journey. Tang Tang's beast, a fearsome creature, reacts swiftly and defends its owner by lunging at the boss, forcing him to drop the knife. Tang Tang's beast uses its powerful presence to intimidate the intruders, making it clear that any hostile actions will not be tolerated. Tang Tang, maintaining her calm demeanor, warns the three men that they've made a big mistake by trying to harm her. She tells them that her beast is not just for show and is trained to protect her at all costs. The second brother, feeling the pressure and sensing the danger, pleads with Tang Tang to spare them. Tang Tang, however, is not convinced and demands an explanation for their actions. The boss, struggling with his injured arm, reluctantly admits that they were there to rob Gao Peng. Tang Tang, with a stern expression, scolds them for their criminal intentions and informs them that she will not let them harm her neighbors. She orders them to leave immediately and warns that she will report their actions to the authorities. The three men, realizing they are outnumbered and outmatched, hastily apologize and promise to leave. Tang Tang watches them closely as they quickly exit her apartment, making sure they don't pose any further threat. After the men are gone, Tang Tang checks on Gao Peng's apartment, ensuring that everything is secure. She contemplates informing the police about the incident, but decides to wait until morning, not wanting to disturb her neighbors at such a late hour. The next day, Gao Peng receives his cedar pine needles from the delivery robot. Unaware of the events that transpired the previous night, he continues with his plans for Dummy's evolution, grateful for Tang Tang's soundproofing that allowed him a peaceful night's sleep.